To what? Into play action. He stops. He fires back this way, and it's nearly by
Brian, let go.
Sprawl. Gonna go for the double. Up. All right, nice. Hands up, yep. Nice and quick.
I want to sincerely thank Wow. I'm at a loss for words right now. What an incredible honor. I want to sincerely thank Naismith for the
What's up? What's up, sports world? Y'all know what it is. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Moderator Torch Robinson, Fire Starter. This is Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. I want to thank everybody for tuning in that's here. Like and share the show, by the way. If you are on Facebook or YouTube, however, wherever, make sure you bring a drink, a snack, and a +1 because a lot of sports talk is going to be done. By the way, I'm going to give you a disclaimer right off the jump. I am in a very volatile mood. Very volatile mood. So a lot of the stuff that I say today is going to come off very blunt, stern, and probably harsh for the most part. But stick with me, stay with me. Sports talk is going to be sports talk, and we're going to have a good time doing it. Again, shout out to Juju Watkins, who won Player of the Year. She deserves it. Phenomenal player. Been a phenomenal player from the jump, very beginning. Recruited highly by Power 5 schools, playing some of the best competition and breaking some of the records that's been held by others who have not played the same competition for the most part, unless it's the NCAA tournament. Let me put this out there right now, and I mean, I'm gonna put this out there right now, and I don't care I don't give a damn who get mad about it, but Juju Watkins is better. And I'm tired of having this conversation with people. It annoys the bejesus out of me when I got to continue to have conversations as such. And when I say this with all respect. Juju Watkins is a better basketball player than Caitlin Clark. I'll say that. Let me start off there. She's a better basketball player than Caitlin Clark. I've literally had to have conversations with people the last 2 days for some silly reason who do not understand why I'm saying this. Again, she is a better two-way player. She is a better defender. She plays better competition. And scoring-wise, she's a better scorer. And she doesn't need logo threes to do it. She's a better ball handler. She's a better finisher at the basket. I can continue to give you reasons on why she is who she is. For 2 years now, she has literally broken both records that matter the most as far as points scored per season. She's done it. Freshman and sophomore. Okay. Her junior year is probably going to be her best year. And I'm putting that out there now because that's how much faith I have in Juju Watkins. Juju Butt. And then she's going to go to the WNBA. And you guys are going to fuck around and find out very quickly on what Juju Watkins can do. Okay? Clark may be the better shooter overall, but Juju's the better player overall. Okay? Shout out to Dwayne, Melissa, Matthew Briggs. What's up, my guy? Shout out to you and everybody else that's tuned in, watching right now. Dwayne, I'm glad that you're doing well, sir. Glad that you're doing well, my guy. All right, but it needs to be said. I'm tired of having these conversations with folks about it. Okay? Need to get that off my chest. First and foremost, right off the jump. Speaking of NCAA tournaments, by the way, 100% of the national champions since 1997 are located on the Eastern Seaboard, by the way. East Coast, East Side. That's where they're located. 100% since 1997. Can you tell me what college on the West Coast won in 1997 or in 1996? Put it in the comment section. See, I like to do a little trivia here too on the show, by the way. You can let me know what university won on the West Coast 1996. Put it in the comments. All right. Now, figure I'll start off with a little NCAA. Trust me, we got a whole lot to talk about. Oh, the answer would have been right there. See, look at this. Here's your answer, by the way. For those who don't know, these are the teams who won the national championship. And this is men's, by the way. Men's, not women's. Men's. Okay? 1998. You see them all right here. Boom. The list goes on and on and on and on. I'm still alive. Yep. Jay Renard, I know you're DJing. Congratulations on a Monday through Friday. I can't wait till the day I get a Monday through Friday. I need stress relief every day, all day, and twice on Sunday. The combo we need to be having is the Rockets going to be dangerous. Yeah, we're about to have that conversation in a few minutes, Matthew. Actually, we're going to have that conversation in just a moment. And Stephen Curry. We need to have conversations about Stephen Curry. Where do you rank Stephen Curry on the all-time greatest basketball players list of all time? Where do you rank him? Where do you rank him? I was listening to one segment where somebody had him in the top 10, which is, I mean, I'm not upset with that. If you got him in your top 10, I'm kind of not upset. But I will tell you, I will behoove you to watch out if you put Kevin Durant in your top 10. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, Kevin Durant's better than Stephen Curry. But then there's other people that say, Stephen Curry's better than Kevin Durant. Whatever floats your boat. All I'm going to tell you is that I ain't upset if you got Stephen Curry in your top 10. Okay? Stephen Curry has 3 50-plus point games at 35, 36, and 37. If you see it. Kobe Bryant has 2 of them. LeBron James has 1. James Harden, Alex English, the 89. Alex English, putting English on the basketball. People don't know that that's where that came from. Tied 10 with about 5 others. Top 5 for sure. We all need a master debater. Okay? Could be top 3 soon. I rank number 6. I rank him ahead of LaFraud because Steph is a part of a dynasty. Okay, I can respect that. I have no disrespect for people who think that he's over LeBron too. Michael Jordan had 1. Jamal Crawford had 1. All right. Speaking of which, you guys wanted to talk NBA. Are the Rockets dangerous? Yes, the Rockets are dangerous. I think they're too young, though. I think they will get past the first round if they play the way they've been playing in the regular season. I think they get past the first round, but then you got to watch the second round, okay? Got to watch the second round. I think that's where Houston has a little trouble coming up, all right? I also want to put this out there right now because there's been conversation about the Warriors and the Lakers. Now, everybody know that Shannon Sharpe been known for this rambling stuff that rhymes and then saying Lakers in 5. Well, I will tell you this. If it comes down to the Lakers and Warriors, I don't care if it's Saved by the Bell, check in the mail, time will tell. Warriors in 5. I don't give a damn. It's going to be Warriors in 5. I'm telling you now. I told y'all last week, watch out for these Golden State Warriors, Jimmy Butler and them. And I think they play what? They play tonight, don't they? Am I tripping? Don't the Lakers and Warriors play tonight? Aren't they? Matter of fact, hold on. See, this is what I love about sports talk. we can go check because you know how I give it up. Let's go see if they actually playing tonight. Okay, I think it's a 10:30 game. If I'm not mistaken. I think it's a 10:30 game. I think it's after this game. Regardless, I got the Warriors winning tonight too. Yep, I figured that. The Warriors and Lakers are tonight. Good. All right. Speaking of which, put your favorite NFL team in the comment section right now. This is NFL, MLB, NBA teams equivalent based on winning percentage over the last 10 years, over the last decade. So this is where your team would be stationed if it was said team, if you are a fan of said team. So let's see. If you're a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, you are number one in winning percentage along with Golden State and the LA Dodgers. If you are New England's number two, obviously. Pittsburgh's three, Green Bay's four. Interesting how they have these all grouped together. I found this very interesting. Put your teams in the comment section. We got Milwaukee Bucks and Green Bay Packers, along with the Cleveland Guardians. Interesting. All right. Some interesting pairings here. Baltimore Ravens, Denver Nuggets, Tampa Bay Rays. Dallas Cowboys, Utah Jazz. Wait a minute. What the entire whoa. The Utah Jazz. The Jazz really number 7? When have the Jazz? Wait a minute. So we got at number 7, the Chicago Cubs, the Utah Jazz, and Dallas Cowboys all in one section. That's number 7. Okay. Ella, what's going on? Pittsburgh Steelers. So if you're a Steelers fan, then you are with the New York Yankees and Los Angeles Clippers. Interesting. Teams that's from New York, that originated in New York. The Clippers originated as the Buffalo Braves and right here. Okay, so 2 New York teams. Interesting. Or 2 originated New York teams with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Find that to be very interesting. All right. Take a look at it again. You can go into Rise Up Family Sports Network on Facebook. All of this stuff is there. Ironically, that's your favorite baseball team too. The New York Yankees. Interesting. All right. By the way, the LA Dodgers look hella impressive. Undefeated, 8-0 right now. Shohei Ohtani is looking phenomenal. He hit that walk-off yesterday to beat the I think it was to beat the Braves, if I'm not mistaken. 6-5. They're undefeated, 8-0. They're looking very interesting. All right. Another topic of discussion. Carmelo Anthony was introduced into the NBA Hall of Fame. Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. Marcus Betts, what's up? We also know that he wore number 15 as the Denver Nugget back in the day. There's another guy who wears the number 15 right now that is probably considered to many the best player in the world right now, in Nikola Jokic. Guy just dropped 61, 10, and 10 the other night in a game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, in which we watched Russell Westbrook have probably the worst 30 seconds of his basketball career in that game. I mean, we LeBron a couple nights ago have the worst 2 minutes of his life, of his career, with turnover, got scored on. Austin Reeves scores and then gets scored on a heave from half court. Got scored on. Yeah. But interesting enough, which one goes in the rafters? Which 15 goes in the rafters? Honestly, Carmelo Anthony may go down as one of the best isolation scorers in all of NBA history. Nikola Jokic right now is on a path to be a top 20 player and go down as one of the better centers of all time. I mean, he's already got 3 MVPs. He already has 3 NBA MVPs already and a NBA championship. So interesting enough. Hello, Tamika. Interesting enough. I think they both should go in the rafters. That would be very interesting. Curry, you don't want to mess with Stephen Curry. That boy is filthy. That young man is filthy. Filthy. By the way, Ja Morant got warned about doing that gun gesture. He got warned by the NBA about doing the gun gesture. Guess what he turns around and does the next game? That was today. Guess what he did? Turned around, did it again. Some guys just do not listen at all. Do not listen, do not care. Some people just do not listen, do not care. Again, disrespect in this world nowadays is at an all-time high. People just think they could just disrespect you whenever, however, and then think that you're just supposed to, that it's just A-okay with no consequence, no accountability. We talked about that the other day on shows. People who just love to be disrespectful with no accountability. Moving right along, talking about disrespect. Interesting that these 2 teams are on this slide because the Washington Commanders came into Detroit in the playoff and disrespected Detroit. They disrespected them badly. I mean, Detroit was missing probably about a whole defense load of players, but nobody had the Washington Commanders being an NFC championship visiting team at all. And it's interesting because they're one of 2 teams that every team that has scored on 50% or more of their drives last year, Detroit 51.6, the Commanders exactly at 50%. And that's why you've seen the Commanders where they were last year. So the GMM Network, what up? What's good? When you got all those millions, I guess you're not tripping off throwing away money on fines. You're right. You are absolutely right. I guess you're not tripping. When you got a whole bunch of money. Hell, I need a whole bunch of money. I won't throw it away on fines. Believe that. I'll put it to good use. Getting some homeless folks off the street. Shout out to Jeremy. What up? Melissa said Joker is no joke. Yeah, Jokic is no joke at all. He is not. Now, woo-wee. This one right here, I knew would create some havoc, start some havoc on the Rise Up Unlimited radio show, brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. If you did not know, now you know where you at. Again, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Like, share, drink, snack, +1. All right. The NFL has to change rules for Josh Allen every year. Woo, Lord have mercy. Oh, boy. Oh, I knew this was going to start some trouble. Trouble. Some trouble. Yeah. So, Josh Allen doesn't get the ball in overtime. The NFL changes the playoff overtime rules so both teams can possess the ball. Josh Allen gets ruled short on 4th down. The NFL changes the method of measuring first downs. How true do you feel this is? Is my question to you guys. How true do you feel that this is? Is it because of Josh Allen? I know some people view him as the golden child, as the golden boy. Let me know if you feel like this has some validity. Let me know what y'all think. All right. Let's see here. Let me get back to it. Sorry for the interruption real quick. Geno's interceptions were bad last year. Okay. Well, we about to find out right now because we're going to talk about him later too. But put your comments in the comment section right now about this. Josh Allen and these rule changes. All right. Preparation is most important to your success. Oh, this was about Marshall Faulk. Very good video to watch, by the way. I encourage y'all to watch it when you get a chance. All right, giving y'all some more sports news, some updates that y'all might not have seen or knew about. This is each franchise's single season reception leader. Christian McCaffrey has 116 in 2019. They also have the years in which it was done. Michael Thomas, 149. Cooper Kupp, 145. Marvin Harrison, 143. I got a question. You know what? It's time to ask this question. I just want to see where y'all heads is at. Marvin Harrison, where do you put him when it comes to top receivers of all time? Where do you put Marvin Harrison? I'd love to know. Where do you put Marvin Harrison? I'm going to use this later on in another show for a standing on business segment with Marcus Betts, because I want to see where Marcus Betts' head is with these receivers too. I'm going to make him rank them, the first side, rank them from 1 to 16 again, like we did before. Let's see where his head is at with these receivers. Moving on. Another great video. I might play this video later. Elite 3-year primes people forgot about. I may play this video at the end of the show just for y'all to watch. And again, Juju Watkins was named Naismith's Women's College Player of the Year. Yep. Shout out to Juju. Shout out to Juju. Oh, yeah. This is what I was talking about earlier. Let me play this real quick.
Logan Paul, Lakers in 5. Phoenix Sun, Capri son, Mohegan son.
Yeah,
The
Mohegan.
son about to say
Lakers in 5.
You heard me earlier. If they play the Warriors, it's going to be Warriors in 5. Saved by the bell, time will tell, checking the mail. Warriors in 5. You heard me. I ain't playing. I'm dead serious. Warriors is winning that in 5. I give it to them. Lakers is going to be going home early. Hella early. Hella. I don't think we went over this one. But I'm going to put it out there anyway. Okay. I think I asked a question about positions being most or least valued. I asked the question about the tight end position. And look what I see here as far as first round picks over the last 10 years. You got 9 total first round picks for tight ends and 2 top 10 picks in the first round. So there's only been 2 top 10 picks. Interesting. The league wants to favor the white quarterback suggestions at the same time they're trying to stop Jalen Hurts from doing right. And they're trying to stop Jalen Hurts from doing the tush push. I find it hella interesting and hella funny that people are complaining about the tush push. I.e., one said Sean McDermott making himself look like a fool. I'm here in Buffalo, by the way. So y'all know that I am not biased at all when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. Made himself look like a damn fool sitting up here crying about a tush push. Green Bay has more validity to talk about the tush push than Buffalo. Seeing that only 2 teams last year ran it more than 6 times, and that would have been the Buffalo Bills and the Eagles, obviously. But he's on these interviews, knowing that the camera's in front of him, knowing that it's recording, knowing that they're going to keep receipts, and then you come out your mouth and you spew about how, oh, it's so unsafe to run the tush push play, yet you did it 4 times against Kansas City. You got to make that make sense for me. Again, Sean McDermott. Boy, oh boy. This will be his revelation period, by the way, this season. This season is Sean McDermott's do or die season. A lot of folks think shit is sweet. It's not. Yeah. I'll tell you that right now. New stadium coming up after this season. There's a lot of things that go into that as far as how many seats is in the stadium, how much they want to charge people for these tickets, the licenses that go along with these seats. People are going to want a winning culture, a winning product. They're going to want a winning product. And I'm sorry, but if you're the Buffalo Bills, you're not the team who can go backwards next year. You cannot go backwards. You either in the same position or ahead. If you go backwards, to me, I think it's time for everybody to understand that this guy has shown you who he is, and that's that. He is Moses. He is Moses, the one who got the Bills out of captivity, the one who crossed the Red Sea, the one who wandered in the wilderness, looking at the Super Bowl but never got there. That's Sean McDermott for you. All right. Before. Yeah. Again, silly. Very silly. Josh Bailey, what's up? I don't doubt Luka for the Lakers, although Warriors are my squad. Again, don't make me listen. I'm trying to tell you. Hell in a Cell, Saved by the Bell, checking the mail. Warriors in 5. I'm telling you that. Josh Bailey, what up? Moving on. Just want to give y'all some, insight on some things. Best first round pick at every draft spot. Do you agree with this list? Do everybody agree with this list? Myles Garrett, 2017 at number 1. Jaden Daniels, 2024 at number 2. Joey Bosa, number 3. I would be researching the 3rd overall pick on that one. I don't know about Joey Bosa being. I get it. He's got a top 6 passer as far as blitzing the passer or getting to the quarterback rating. I get it. When he's healthy, he's got a top 6 rating. I get it. But at number 3, there hasn't been a better number 3 overall pick. Number 4 is Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner is up in the air one too. I'm like, okay, he was around for about 5 seconds, and then I haven't heard nothing about Sauce Gardner in a second. Jamar Chase, number 5. Quentin Nelson, number 6. Josh Allen, number 7. Christian McCaffrey, number 8. Patrick Surtain, the second, number 9. And, of course, Patrick Mahomes at number 10. Number 10, Patrick Mahomes might be the best first-round pick every draft spot ever. Yeah, ever. Yeah, I guess these are forever, ever, right? Ever. Bosa, number 3. No. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't know about Joey Bosa either. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about that. Might have to do a little research on that one. But I ain't buying it. Thank you very much. I know. Congratulations to you. All right. Way too early predictions for the season of 2025, folks. Oh, let me read these comments too. Before Josh Allen got his first extension, they asked him, what does he think about the word franchise tag? He replied, ew. Yep, I remember that. He's very childlike in his responses, the same way he whining and complaining for rule changes in his favor. Oh, yes. You talking about Sean McDermott? Yeah, he annoys the F out of me. I'm be honest with you. He annoys me. Sam Darnold is a disaster behind a poor offensive line. Bengals have one of the worst defenses of all time. Tyreek Hill bounces back to form after a down year. Atlanta makes a Commanders type run. Richardson starts to look like a competent quarterback. Brock Bowers breaks the tight end receiving yards record for a season. By what is most likely to happen to what is least most likely to happen, let me know which one you think is most likely to happen, and then let me know which one you think is least likely to happen. I will tell you right now that most likely to happen is the Bengals, to me. Most likely, they will go into the season again and have one of the worst defenses in all of football. And if they don't pay Trey Henderson, they definitely going to have a problem. The guy who just led the league in sacks. Maurice Samuels, what up? I think that is most likely to happen. I think Sam Darnold seeing ghosts again is probably the second most likely thing to happen. Brock Bowers would be 3. Tyreek Hill 4. Atlanta making a Commanders like run 5. Richardson being a competent quarterback 6. Number 6. Narrative about the W versus the NCAA as far as money-wise with the WNBA. Again, a lot of people are scrutinizing, saying all of this because Josh Allen can't win a game in overtime. Only one wide receiver can stay. Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, D-Hop, or Odell Beckham. Only one receiver can stay. You got to put it in the comment section. Only one receiver can stay out of these four. Put it in the comment section. Let me know. And by the way, if you don't know, you could call 716-954-5209 as well. Just to let you know. Let's see. Oh, that was Nikola Jokic's totals the other night. 61, 10, and 10. We saw that. Talked about that on the last show. That was an April Fool's joke, saying that they rescinded the pick. Okay. I said I was going to get into this one. I think this might be one of the last ones I get to. We're already, 45 minutes in? Wow. All right. Every NFL team's biggest remaining need. Now, tomorrow, by the way, watch the Alphabets Football Talk Show with Ramona Dye, Marcus Betts. They are doing a first round mock draft. So I need you guys to make sure that you tune in for that. Okay? Make sure you tune in for that. All right, let's see here. Let's get the draft order. I know the Tennessee Titans are first. Tennessee Titans, number 1. I think the Tennessee Titans, being that their biggest need, and I'm just going off need only, their biggest need is wide receiver and edge. I think Abdul Carter comes off the board first. A lot of people think it's Cam Ward, and I just don't think that that's the case. I think Cam Ward comes off on the second pick, but I think Abdul Carter is going to come off the first. Oh, wow. Interesting enough. Let's see here. Research. The draft order. Make sure I get it right. Number 2 is the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, Cam Ward comes off to the Cleveland Browns at number 2. Number 3, the Giants. I think the Giants also take a quarterback, and I think they take Shedeur Sanders at number 3. At number 4, the New England Patriots. They need a tackle. I think they get the guy from Missouri at number 4. Usually, New England is really good for getting need. They will literally skip out on a great player to get what they need in a draft. If there's one team that is good for doing that, it's the New England Patriots. Yeah, all this up. Sorry about that, folks. Gotta grab my information real quick. All right, so number 4, yep, New England. They'll grab the guy from Missouri. Number 5 is Jacksonville. Jacksonville Jaguars need a wide receiver. This is where Travis Hunter comes off the board at number 5. Travis Hunter is going to come off the board right here, number 5. Jacksonville is going to take him at number 5. To be very honest with you, a lot of people are like, well, is he going to play corner or is he going to play receiver? And to me, I feel like he should play receiver. The reason why I feel like he should play receiver is because there's more money to be gotten as a receiver. Now, with that being said, there's a disparity, obviously, in pay when it comes to cornerbacks, wide receivers, tight ends. A lot of people are like, oh, Trey McBride, he just got paid $19 million. He just got the same contract Christian Benford just got. And Christian Benford isn't even a top 5 corner. I mean, last year in the PFF ratings, he's a top 5, but he's not a top 5 corner. And he plays for the Bills. But they got the same contract. Let me read these comments. Shout out to my guy, Marcus the Alphabets, that's on here. Again, I'm only doing the first few picks because I'm not going to give up my whole mock draft because I have a mock draft to actually send to him later on. So make sure they get it first. GMM Network. Dude, I would love to get y'all on the show. Get y'all on here. I see you got Tyreek, the freak bounces back. Sam Darnold plays shitty. The Bengals record-setting terrible defense in that order. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got you. Tyreek don't want to play for Miami though. That's my only thing. And is Tua gonna be able to stay healthy? Is my other only thing with that. Tyreek would need Tua to play 17 full complete games in order for that comeback to actually be legitimate in some way, shape, or form. AR5, aka
what is the
hold on, Marcus. Hold on, let me read this real quick, and I got you. AR5, aka Air 5, because he makes minimum 5 errors of possession, is least likely to bounce back. You talking about Richardson? I'm dying. You said it would be Antonio Brown. I think he's got mad skills on the field, and I would like to keep him around because he's just hilarious as F. Okay, got you. Go ahead, Marcus.
What is the percentage? What is the percentage that Tua stays healthy? 17 games.
The probability?
Percentage wise. 40%? 50%?
How much? No, hell no. 50 is too much. 50 is too much.
Over under 6 games that he misses. Over or under. See, you got I got you stumped like when I asked. See, I got you stumped like when I asked for. You're gonna say
I'm gonna say
under 6 games?
Yeah, I'm gonna say under. I think it's gonna be exactly 5 games.
He's gonna miss
5 games.
So he'll miss 5 out of 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go.
And as I showed you the video last week, this is exactly why. As soon as I go to think about picking the Miami Dolphins in an interesting game, I hop right back over the fence, and be like, "Oh, yep, let me avoid this danger of picking any Miami Dolphins player on fantasy football and picking them to win any type of legitimate game." I actually have another funny video at the end of this show, too. I actually have an interesting video. Actually, I don't know. It may be funny, but it may not be. Just because. Anyway, moving on. Real quick. Number 6. Number 6 in the draft is who? The Vegas Raiders. Okay. So I've been hearing news about the Vegas Raiders lately. And the Vegas Raiders' biggest need is a lot. Number 6, I think this is where Ashton Jeanty comes off the board.
They just paid Geno today. They just paid Geno today. So I there was a lot of talk of maybe them going quarterback.
They're not going quarterback
and getting Shedeur. I don't think that they just gave him a 2-year extension, and he took less money. They offered him more money in Seattle to stay up in Seattle, and he wanted to go play with Pete Carroll. So I think that whole quarterback thing is squashed. Pete Carroll is he loves running.
I think Shedeur is going to the Giants anyway. But go ahead.
And he might. But that's tough there too, because they just got Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. Do you use a top 3 pick to get a quarterback when you just put a lot of resources into a quarterback?
My answer to that is yes, and the only reason why I say yes is because, again, you want your quarterback of the future, especially a quarterback like Shedeur Sanders, who is being heavily scrutinized, criticized, and critiqued to the fullest extent. You want him to be as successful as possible. So having Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, 2 of probably, one is very humble, the other one is very humble, especially and funny. You want to have him around people where he can be comfortable in learning.
Okay.
And I think that's the reason why you do it. Now, again, we had Aaron Rodgers, who sat 3 years behind Brett Favre. I know he was a 24th overall pick. I get it. But again, Aaron Rodgers, we know what Aaron Rodgers ended up being. So I would be mindful of that. And I get it. You probably could go get somebody else. But if I could get the star quarterback, I'm taking a star quarterback any day of the week. Yeah, sounds interesting, right? Sounds like somebody else said this too.
Dalton just said maybe Pete Carroll will tell Geno don't hand the ball to Jeanty at the 1 yard line. That's cold, man. What okay, jumping back to the Raiders. I just like to poke the bear from time to time. Which position in this draft do we think? What position in the draft do we think is the deepest? That's the deepest. What position has the most good players? What position is the deepest player in this draft? What position would you say?
Probably offensive line.
Now, see, I think it's running back. I think it's running back. I think you can get
You said the deepest.
The deepest is like deepest
you
is
think
like.
That, wait a minute, Marcus. You think that there's more running backs needed than offensive line?
No. What's the deepest? Where you can stick. What I mean by deep, a deep position is.
Yeah, explain that.
I can still find a good player later on. I can still find that position.
Oh, okay. Okay, now that makes more. Marcus, you better listen, sir. Don't make me say my famous saying. You do this once a show. Don't make me say it.
I asked a simple question.
Thank you for rewording that, because the way you initially said it made me feel like you were trying to say that there's more running backs that would be in need than offensive linemen.
No. I would have worded that.
When you say deepest, I was about to say what?
What is the biggest team need in the draft? That's how I would have worded that. What's the biggest team need? What do most teams need? That's not what I was asking. I was asking
offensive line. Look at the chart. Look at the chart. Offensive line. I'm looking at 1, 2.
No, those
3.
are needs. I'm asking you what position has the most good players that I can get a really good talent later on in the draft. Do you understand what I mean by deep?
Okay, I get you. Now that's why I said it's good that you. No, I got you when you said it before. That's why I'm glad that you reworded it because I'm like, what?
So you look at the player. So I'm reading some of the comments. What's up, Marcus Herring? He says defensive line.
He said defensive line is the
Dalton says wide receiver. I don't think it's wide receiver. What is it? Now I don't know how much research you've done on some of these players. I've done a lot of research on the players, so I don't want to put you on the spot. What's your opinion on the two Ohio State running backs, Henderson and Judkins? What's your opinion on
that?
They
good running backs.
What round do you think they'll
really
go in? What round do you think they'll go in?
I think they're second or third. I think they're second, third round running backs. And the reason why I think Henderson, the smaller back, I think he's a second round pick. Judkins, I think you could probably get him in the third. What do you think a guy like Cam Scatterbo? He's second, third round.
Okay. What round do you think?
So now I thought Cam Scatterbo at first. I thought Cam was going first round. I thought in the beginning, but then when I looked more into the situation and do more research, I see that I can see why people think he's a second, third round running back. I think he goes no later than third round. A lot of people, I don't know how people think that this guy is going like fourth, fifth, sixth round. That's wild to me.
That's what I'm saying. You got a guy who can go out there and really start. When we start getting the like third and fourth round pick defensive linemen, guys like that. Look, when we talk about the elite defensive linemen, okay, elite defensive linemen, the Aaron Donalds, the Chris Joneses, the Quentin Williamses, the guys that we think are like badasses, the Jared Verses. Those are first round pick guys. And I don't think there's a lot of guys in the fourth round on the defensive line there's going to be starters and impact players. I think that there's going to be running backs that are third and fourth round running backs that will come into the league and be pretty damn good. I think this running back draft class, just naming some of the backs, I think you're going to probably have two backs in the first round, Genty and Hampton. Then, we talk about the Ohio State backs. The back from Iowa, Caleb Johnson. I think he could be a second rounder. You can get some. So back to the Raiders. What if I told you I could get Tech McMillan and then come back in the second round and get Caleb Johnson or Judkins? You see what I'm saying? Yes. Do you? I mean.
Tech is Tech. Where's Tech projected? Tech from the mock drafts I see, Tech is projected in the 1920s.
To 1920 range?
Yeah.
That ain't where I seen him. I seen Tech McMillan in most drafts. I'm seeing him like in the top 10 picks, and most people have him as the number one wide receiver in this draft. If I can get the number one wide receiver and the number 3 or 4 running back, or would you rather have the number one running back? Because let's not forget, the Raiders need a wide receiver too. Who's the Raiders starting wide receiver? Who's the best receiving threat on the Raiders?
They need a lot though.
That's what I'm saying. Top 10 pick.
Brock Bowers.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. They need a wide receiver too. I can't go around with my tight end is my best receiving option. We've seen how that works out. That's your Tony Gonzalez on the Chiefs type thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my tight end to be my best receiving option. So what if I told you I can get Tech McMillan or whatever receiver you want? I think Marcus. What's the kid from Texas? Marcus what is his name? I can't even think of his name. The wide receiver from Texas. A lot of people. Marcus Golden, Matthew Golden. I'm sorry, Matthew Golden. Luther Burton, those type of guys. I think top 5 is a little bit rich for them. Matthew Golden. But what if I told you you could get Ted McMillan and then come back in the second round and get Caleb Johnson? It's Matthew Golden. Marcus Golden's the linebacker. He used to play for the Steelers and for the Cardinals. But that's what I'm just saying. Like, I think this is such a deep running back draft. If I could, and I'm picking again early in the second round, which the Raiders should be picking early, 36, 37, 38, and I can get the best wide receiver and the third or fourth best running back, I'm going that route. Because I got to make sure that Geno Smith, why has Geno Smith had success the past couple of years? Why? He's had success when he was playing. Now, what was our opinion of Geno Smith before he got to the Seahawks? Let's keep it a buck here. What was our opinion of Geno Smith before he got to the Seahawks? Trash. Garbage dumpster juice. When he was with the Jets, trash. When he was with the Giants, trash. He goes to the Seahawks. He's got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf and Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now all of a sudden everybody thinks he's a decent quarterback. You got to give him some weapons on the outside. I think you got to get him a running back too.
Hold on a second, Steve Marcus. You're gonna make us go into overtime, which is fine. Even though I gotta go in a few minutes. But regardless of that, no, Marcus, don't do that. Don't do what, sir? I don't want you to do that, sir. I don't want you to do that. And now I'm gonna say my famous thing. Marcus, you do this once a show where you think you're slick and you say something, and then I'm about to have to correct it or pull your card. Sir, did you have that same energy for Sam Darnold?
Yes. And what did Sam Darnold do?
Hear that. I did not hear that energy from you when it came to Sam Darnold. The way you just said it about Geno Smith.
Hang on. I never called Sam Darnold. We used to sit up there and laugh at him. And then what happened? He goes
I'm talking about this past season.
We
ain't talking about how we used to make fun of him in the past. I'd never heard one comment from people. Well, then again, maybe I didn't hear it, and I might be wrong on this. I'll take it if I am. But Marcus, the energy that I just heard you have for Geno Smith, the energy I just heard you have, not all of a sudden he a quarterback. I heard that.
We used to tease on Sam Darnold about seeing goals.
No. I'm not. Did you tease on Sam while he was playing in Minnesota, sir? You know what I'm talking about.
Did he pick it? Did Sam Darnold look pretty damn good last year? I understand the last couple of games. Sam Darnold was in the MVP conversation until like the last couple of weeks, sir. He was in the MVP.
Okay, so he did good in Minnesota, right? He did good in Minnesota, right? He did good in Minnesota, right? With better weapons than Geno had in Seattle, right?
About the same.
No, it ain't about the same. No, it ain't.
Sam Darnold was in the MVP conversation for a few weeks.
Guess what? I don't care. Sam Darnold got some weapons, and all of a sudden he became a quarterback. Until
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's the same. It's the same thing. When you get some weapons put around you, that's what I'm saying with Geno Smith. That's what I'm saying with Geno Smith.
Hear you say that when he was in Minnesota, though. That's all I'm saying. You saying that
he looked better when he went to Minnesota.
All right, Marcus, I'll let you listen.
He looked better. He looked better with Minnesota. He looked better in Minnesota. When you put some weapons around somebody, we were teasing on Baker Mayfield. He goes down to Tampa Bay and he starts balling out. Who you play with matters. I say that shit all the time. Who you play with matters. Chip Kelly.
I got you. Okay.
His Raiders offensive coordinator.
I'm gonna let you.
Chip Kelly's the Raiders offensive coordinator, came from Ohio State. He knows Judkins and Henderson well. Okay.
Yep.
What you loading up over there, man? Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm. I just want to show y'all what Sam Darnold. I want to show y'all what Sam Darnold looked like when important games come into play. This is what Sam Darnold does when important games is to be played. Watch the video. This is exactly what he do. This is also what Dak Prescott does when it comes to playoffs too. All right, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
You like teasing on Dak Prescott,
that
don't you? You like teasing on Dak Prescott?
I said something about Miami last.
But you always throw a little jab in there at Dak Prescott. Do you have a problem? Do you not like Dak Prescott?
I don't like him. No,
huh?
I think he's all right. He's all right.
He's all right.
He's all right. He's all right.
He's a top what? He's a top what quarterback?
He's top 15.
He's better than 15, guy. You can't be a top 15
I said top 15. I didn't say he was 15.
Okay, no, because that implies there's 14 quarterbacks. You tell me 14 quarterbacks that are better than Dak Prescott. Give me 14 quarterbacks better than Dak.
No, I said he's in the top 15.
No, I can say he's in the top 32. What exactly? He's in the top 32. That's very vague. He's a top 32 quarterback.
It's very vague. I know because I feel very vague about him. That's exactly why I said top 15.
There's not 14.
Nah, he's in the top 10. He is in the top 10. I'll give him that. He is in the top 10, but he just pisses me off. I'm sorry. Listen, you can't be mad that I'm pissed off for you that your quarterback don't perform.
No, my only issue with him is I think that he's overpaid. But I think a lot of these quarterbacks are overpaid. Everybody's upset about the quarterback market. Are you mad about the tight end market?
Marcus, here's the difference. Here's the difference. People, see, there's a difference between being him and needing hymns.
Yeah. I'm just like a lot of people say. Look, if you say if a person says that Dak Prescott's overpaid, okay, cool. Do you think Trey McBride's overpaid too? Because he's the highest paid tight end right now.
I told you, guess what? You know what's so funny? I put context to it. Christian Benford has the same contract, and he's not a top 5 corner. So is that really saying a whole lot?
That's
not really saying a lot.
You're the highest paid. I think he's got like 8 touchdowns in his entire career, and you're the highest paid. Not Kelsey, not Kittle, not some of these other.
I know, and that's why I laughed. That's why I laughed because again, if people think that that's such a high contract, I'm like, dude, Christian Benford just got the same contract. I'm sorry to tell you this. As a corner, he just got the same contract. Would you say Christian Benford is in the top 5 corners in the league?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Exactly. But Trey McBride is in the top 5. He in the top 5 tight ends, though, ain't he?
Don't say top 5. Say the highest paid tight. He's the highest paid tight end.
No, I said no. I'm not talking about highest paid. I'm talking about performance-wise.
Yeah, that's terrible. But guess what? Guess who else is about to get paid? And I ask this on every show. You want to pay Brock Purdy $55, $60 million? If you want to make the San Francisco 49er fan be quiet, ask them that. Ask them that. They'll answer either really, really fast or they'll answer really slow. They'll be like, well, or they'll be like, hell no. I'm like, where are you at as far as this? You want to pay Brock Purdy $55 to $60 million? Because when he goes up in here, he's negotiating. He's done more than a lot of these guys. So we'll see what happens.
Right. All right. With that being said, guess what? It's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. And y'all thought this show was gonna be super long. Not tonight. Watch the Alphabets Football Talk Show tomorrow. I'm saving it because we got a whole nother show tomorrow. All right. I will see y'all Monday Night Madness. By the way, shout out to my brother. I will be at his wedding tomorrow, DJing tomorrow. Yeah, I'm in a very volatile mood today. I just want to put that out there. I think I did a good job for being in such a volatile mood. Somebody sent me something that and here on even the Rise Up Unlimited radio show, there is a time and a moment where I might take a small little drop of coffee talk and say, talk a little bit of sports and a little bit of life. And somebody sent me something today after the situation that has me so volatile that said to be respected, one of the things you have to do is learn to control your emotion. So I'm controlling my emotions and feeling this moment. At this present time, I'm letting Yeshua himself keep me near the cross. All right. With that being said, I ain't gonna do no more religious talk. Marcus, thanks for coming on the show. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. I will see y'all on Monday. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow night. All right. With that being said.